Welcome back to the Crysler building. How very Chryslerish. Just admire that fine architecture. That's totally not phallic at all. It's beautiful. Welcome back to the final video of Parasite Eve. This video has been a long time coming, something I've been thinking about doing for a while. Last time, we completed the main game, defeated Eve, defeated the ultimate being, that giant baby. It was very disturbing. But when we were walking through the hospital a few videos back, there was a window that Aya would look out and notice that something was going on in the Crysler building. We couldn't do anything about that in the main game. This is a New Game Plus dungeon. The way it works is, and this is going to be a dead end, annoying. The way it works is there are 77 floors. Every 10th floor there's a boss. So floors 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 all have bosses, and then 77 also has a boss. You also see these doors here every now and again. They lead to storage closets with items. I'll show one off later. There's a specific reason I want to only show one. Mainly video length, I don't want to show too many of them. You also have doors for elevators. You can only access an elevator after getting a key, and you can only get a key from defeating a boss. Once you do that, you can go down and then go back to the police station and save. There are going to be enemies. The enemies are going to become more frequent the further along we go. So the higher up the floor we're on, the more enemies we're going to have to deal with. And the worst thing about this dungeon is the levels are somewhat randomly generated. Now, I don't think it's complete random generation. I think it's kind of a situation where there's several different layouts, and it's random which layout you're going to get. I don't know that for sure, but I was listening to somebody talk about this area, and they talked about having maps. So I assume there's a set number of layouts that you can get. And I'm guessing that changes between floors. So if you get layout A, for example, for floor 1, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll get layout A for floor 2. Which I guess it would be 2 and 3. Floor 1 is just that main room that we started this place in. It's really odd. You would think that there would be offices in here, and I really wish there had been. Instead of storage closets, I'd much rather have gone through offices to find supplies and everything. It would have helped this area feel a little bit more alive. I know it's a New Game Plus dungeon, but if they're going to have a story beat in here, which is why we're doing this, and I talked about this in a previous video, that there's another ending here, then you would think that they would at least do us the courtesy of making this area look a little bit alive to some extent. Every staircase leading up will look like that. You'll never go down to get to a staircase or to the side to get a staircase. You always have to go up. Oh, look. It's our first boss. It's gonna go down like a bitch. Oh, that would have been cool if I'd said that and he died right away. Damn it, the timing. You can see how repetitive this would get, so I'm only going to show 1 out of every 10 floors. And then floors 71 through 77 will all be there, but, well, you'll see those when we get there. They're not going to take nearly as long as the rest of these. And I just wanted to show this off. This is the elevator, so once you get that elevator key from that boss, you go back, track down the elevator. All the monsters will disappear, so you won't have to worry about them spawning anymore on floors 1 through 10. And then you can just go to and from to get where you need to go. And I believe at that point you can go back to multiple floors without having to walk at all. You'll still have to walk from the elevator, but you won't have to walk all the way from floor 1 all the way back to floor 10 if you miss something in floor 5. Which is something, I guess. I didn't use these PEs much throughout the game. But they're kind of nice, and I did want to use some to save ammo. I've got a maxed out gun. You cannot get a better gun than this, as far as I know. Good stats. And we can move on. So the fact that I'm going to have to reload at some point during this area says something. I don't think I've ever had to reload. I've done it, but I don't think I've ever had to. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with the rest of the way, so you can tell why I cut well over 54s from this playthrough. This video came out to about 7 hours of stuff, not played all at once. Mind you, I would usually do 10 floors and then take a break. Except, I don't remember if it's floors 20 or 30, one of those two. I fought a boss, and you'll see it, but I accidentally did not pick up the key because I had a full inventory. Which is kind of a dick move on the game's part, but it is partly my fault for not paying attention to what I was doing. And I accept that. I'm still annoyed, though. Things remind me a little bit of some enemies we're going to get on later floors. Yeah, be sure to take that key. I think it's the next floor that I don't pick it up. I was not happy because I was done for the day. I didn't want to play anymore, and so I had to go through another 10 floors. So I'm kind of annoyed. We get this battle music here, and they did this throughout the game, where you'd have like a nice atmospheric track playing, and then a battle would start, and you would get this battle music, and I like this battle music. It's good. It really is. But it's definitely different from the main atmospheric music playing, which I find a bit jarring, actually. And what annoys me is, this is the last track I can really think of that I like that plays throughout this section. We're going to get different music every 10 floors. And pretty much the rest of them, from what I remember, you don't get the battle music, so I'm kind of wondering why is the battle music interrupting the good music, but then you take it away for the, I don't want to say bad music, because it's not really bad, but I don't really care for it either. Annoyances, but, you know, I do have to find something to talk about during this. We are going through 6 of these floors, which, you know, hey, we're already on floor 3, so we're doing good. In terms of the video, obviously I had to go through all 77 of these floors in order to get past it. I really like that track that was playing there. Felt kind of Resident Evil in a way. Oh god. Stop that. I was gonna have to lay down a spanking. That statement would have worked a lot better if we had melee combat, which technically we do. We do have a club. Why you would ever want to use it, I'm not sure. And I think that's the one where I realized I didn't pick up the key on. I think it was that one. I could be wrong. I was very annoyed. Yeah, this theme's not too bad, but it's getting a little bit more dance clubby than I would like. I like the more atmospheric tracks. It's not too bad yet. We're going to get, later on, probably my least favorite music on this game. was the music from when we were in the police station, when the police station was being attacked by Eve, or whatever happened there. Didn't really make much sense in terms of the story. We're going to get that, I believe, the next 4. And I just don't really care for that track. There'll also be situations you'll see me go up onto a screen and then come back down in the same screen. That's not the game randomly generating something, although I wouldn't put it past it to do that. If I leave a screen and I go just 1 or 2 more screens, I think something like that might have happened there. I just went into a dead end, and I didn't want to show me going into a dead end. Figured it'd save a lot of time to just cut that. Another boss time! Hooray! These things go much faster when you only have 1 floor to go through to get to the boss. Again, maxed out gun. These things take forever to die. And I don't want to cut anything from these boss fights, so there will be moments where I fast forward going through the menu. Suck on the nipples. Damn it, you're supposed to die when I do that. There we go. Be sure to take that key. Obviously, any trips back to the elevator to go save, I would cut, because nobody wants to watch that. I don't know what happened with the video there. I'm not too worried about it, considering you've already seen these screens multiple times now. Thankfully, so far this floor, the game's being nice. I don't know if there's an enemy that spawned whenever there was that hiccup in the video, but other than that, it looks like we didn't have any there. Cool. I was wondering why that went by so fast when I was editing. I'll take it. Aw. These all look like giant bugs to me. I know a lot of them are. Enough of me? And suck on it. Hey, that one actually died. That's a good, courteous monster. I laid down the smack talk with the badass move, and he died. How very considerate. So how y'all been? It's been a little bit since I've uploaded a video. Here's the music I was talking about before. I don't know why, I just really don't like this music. It's not technically bad or anything. And you can see now we're not getting the battle music, which I would prefer at this point. Oh, these things are a pain in the dick. I started using energy shot on them. You could at least take out one of them with that and weaken some of the other ones, because they will chew through your ammo. And they have a darkness effect, which I believe you'll see later on, which is very annoying. But yeah, now we've got this music playing. We don't get the battle music anymore, unfortunately. Which, now that upsets me. I don't know why I don't like this music. I never have. Even playing through the main game, I just never cared for this theme. I see what they're going for, a more intense version of the police station theme, because if you notice, every now and again you'll hear a little bit of the police station theme in the background. This theme was playing when we were chasing down that little kid, and he was running after that dog, and we had to put her down. Sheva, I think her name was. See right there? Police station theme. So I see what they were going for, and it's done fairly well, I guess. I just don't care for it. Damn it! Oh god. Aya, stop! Please! The bullets! The precious bullets! We're gonna need those bullets. So once you've hit this point, I believe we're at least in the 50s now in terms of floors, you're gonna go through ammo really, really quick. Definitely make use of your PE abilities when you can. I probably should have taken more advantage of barrier. I try using it later on, and I think I just don't have enough PE to hold it up. I can't remember if I ever showed that one off. A lot of them aren't really that useful. You have your heals. Oh god. I'm so glad I have auto heal on my armor. Because at one point you'll see me trying to go in to use a health item. I don't know if I actually am able to use one during this. Oh god. Death bubbles! Why? I think we died to this boss too, which sucks. I've got a bunch of revives, so it's not a big deal. But still. Kind of blows ass. You don't want to die to a measly little nothing boss. Be sure to get that key. I think in a situation like that, it's kind of ass-tacular that they would just let you fly through the menu and not pick up that key. Okay, so now this theme I actually kind of enjoy. It's a little bit more upbeat, but it has a little bit of atmosphere to it as well. I don't remember this in the main game. It might have been there. It probably was. I find it hard to believe they would have new music for this dungeon. But it's not too bad. It reminds me a lot of Siphon Filter, if anybody remembers those games on the PS1. Right, so this is what the storage closets look like. The reason I wanted to show this off is, unfortunately, there are going to be plenty of these chests, too, where they spawn enemies. You still run the risk of taking some damage, but the easiest way to deal with them is mash that button to get into the menu, and then just do energy shot. That's the easiest way I've found to deal with them. They will fuck you up if you don't. So the layouts of the chests will change. Sometimes there will be an easy to kill enemy in there. Sometimes there won't. But that's what the storage closets look like, so you're not missing anything by me not showing them. I never got anything all that spectacular. Yeah, that must have been a dead end. Every now and again, you'll see me a bit indecisive. I really did not want to head downwards because I knew once I did that, that means several screens before I have a chance to go to find the exit. As I mentioned, the exit will only be on a hallway leading up. It's very annoying. And going back all the way over there was nothing but a dead end. Which means, guess where we get to go? Down! Hooray! Fuck you, game. Fuck you. That happened to me so many times when playing this dungeon. I got really irritated. The most common thing for me to say whenever these battles would happen was, no one cares. No one cares. So I wasn't interested in fighting anything but the bosses. I'm glad I got to show off pretty much every enemy combination I wanted to show off. Not quite how dickish some of them can be, but that's fine. God, I miss Siphon Filter. It's too bad the fourth game looks like it's going to be ass. That was for the PS2. They have a 5th and a 6th game. I have both of those for the PS2 as well. But I don't want to do them without playing the 4th game. I've just never wanted to play the 4th game. I believe this is the Liberate ability, and I'm pretty sure it uses a lot of your PE. And I don't know how useful it is. I'm pretty sure this boss survives this. Yeah. I mean, if it were really a badass attack, you'd think it would have died. Oh god. This is the only time I'm going to be smart enough to avoid this attack. And I do it by going into an animation. Invincibility frames for the win? Oh god. Not good. That's not the last time I'm going to get hit by that either. It does kind of suck though, whenever you fire, you get stuck in an animation where you can't actually move. That's going to hurt, doesn't it? That move just looks like something that's painful. I don't know if we faced any of these bosses in the main game or if they're new for this dungeon. And suck on those nipples. Be sure to grab that key. Alright, well that's the main portion of the Crysler building done. I would highly recommend going and saving after doing all that. Of course, you really should after every 10 floors anyways. Now we're on floor 71, and I know it's just the way this game is designed, but it looks really strange seeing that staircase that goes up to nothing. But I know they do that a lot, where you'll see Aya go through a door and you'll see a wall that has no roof over it. It's just the style of this game, the top-down view. But it always looks very strange to me. Oh, look, there's more and more goo the farther up we go. Now, we'll have to hope that doesn't mean anything too bad. I'm sure by now Aya is used to goo. I'm not going to think about that comment too much. Just keep heading upwards. Ugh.
My eyes. Oh God, they burn. No, I really am here. What you're seeing isn't an illusion. Maya? Dot dot dot. You're Maya, aren't you? You're wrong again. I'm the original Eve. Original Eve? What do you mean? The mitochondria of Melissa was transplanted from this young body. Hans Clamp gave my cornea to you, and after giving the kidney to Melissa, he continued to culture my liver cells in order to study the original me. As Melissa's body was giving birth to the ultimate being, I made my nest here. just in case Melissa or the ultimate being failed, at least the purebred would survive. Then your body's... This body belongs to your sister. It's been cultured from the real thing. No, that is not true. Want to chat with your sister? What? Who are you? Maya, it's me. How do you know my name? Where's Mom and Dad? Where's Aya? Are you really Maya? I was in the car with Mom and then my body got really hot. Where am I? I have to go home. I have to. Aya's waiting for me. I'm here, Maya. It's getting hot again. Maya! Dot, dot, dot. Maya, answer me! Sorry to break up the reunion. Eve? Did you have a nice time reminiscing? Eve! You're challenging me? A purebred? Just remember, the body belongs to your sister. And I happen to be Japanese.
Okay. A lot happened in that conversation. So if you remember throughout the main game, we were seeing that ghost girl. I'm guessing that was some sort of a projection of this thing. Or it might have been something else, which I'll talk about after the last cutscene. Damn it, Aya. You gotta shoot her. I don't know how many times this thing is going to kill me. Luckily, I'm loaded with health, and my armor's got auto heal, and I've got a ton of revives. So we're alright. Oh god. So we never got anything throughout the main game as far as an explanation on that ghost girl, and that's because of this ending here. At least I don't remember anything ever coming from the ghost girl thing that we would see directing us. We saw her in the sewers. We saw her in the park. I think we saw her in the hospital as well. It's been a long time since I played a lot of that stuff. I did have to replay a fair decent portion of this game in order to level up enough to come back here and hope to survive. You don't get much in the way of levels from all these enemies in this dungeon. And if you remember, I probably talked about this throughout the main LP. This game is a sequel to, I believe, a book that also got made into a Japanese movie. So that's what they're talking about, the original Eve, and they mention that in the game. I'm sure Clint probably mentions it, and I know Maeda talks about the incident in Japan with that Eve. And I guess that's what we're fighting here. I don't know how she survived the events of that story, but then again, I don't really know what happens in that story, so... Yeah, we died. Damn it. How dare you kill me! And trying to not let her regenerate, but unfortunately, that's just gonna happen. That's pretty damn annoying that she can regenerate. I don't know if there's a way to stop her from doing it. the first and only time I fought her. And I'm not touching this game again. Not that I dislike it, it's a good game. It's just I'm not one to replay games. Unless I'm redoing an LP because the original wasn't very good. Which has happened a lot on my channel. This is gonna hurt, isn't it? Oh god. That was a desperation pause right there. So I guess Clemp took... If you remember, there was an accident. Aya's sister got killed. I think her parents got killed in that accident as well, but I'm not sure. Maybe just the mom. That's right, because she was raised by her dad. I think that was me trying desperately to use a health item, and I don't think it worked. At least I didn't hear the healing sound. Oh god. Damn it, Aya! Stop firing at nothing! Precious bullets! Precious bullets! So I guess Clemp decided to use part of her body to culture what was left of the original Eve from the book? Or the Japan incident? Where everyone... God! That was painful. Shit. Very tough boss fight. I mean, this is me with a max level gun. You cannot get a better gun than the one I have. My armor isn't too bad. It's pretty damn good, actually. If you saw the last video in this set, you saw how easily I took down Eve, the Melissa version. That was no problem. I know during this fight I tried barrier a few times. Ha! Gotcha! Suck on them titties!
Maya. It's getting hot again. No, not again. Ugh. I have awakened. What? What's this voice? It's coming from within my body. The time has finally arrived. No, you can't be. Eve! Until a while ago, Maya's body had the most evolutionary form of mitochondria. But now, your mitochondria has surpassed Maya's. And it's super hot. I am now the highest form of mitochondria ever present. They're competing? That's what evolution is all about. Survival of the fittest, eh? Humans are the same. All knowledge and technology. You see, it's all about competition. In war, you use that knowledge and technology to determine who will survive. It's the same in the animal kingdom, where they tear their prey apart. Stop it! Impossible. We have survived war. The time has come for you to be released. Stop. Don't interfere. What? Are there others too? Other than you and I? No! Maya? This place belongs to me and Aya. Ugh. You're not gonna interfere. I won't let you. No. the evolution of your nucleuses. Go home. I have to go. Isabel, I need to go home. So it seems she's waiting. I'm losing consciousness. Aya is waiting. She's waiting for me. My body, it's back to normal, before Eve ever came along. Before I came to have all that power. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. I've been waiting. I've always been waiting for you to come home with Mom. And I've always been looking for the other me. But you've always been with me, haven't you? Always. All this time. Let's go home, Maya. Let's go back for good.
Okay. I have a lot of questions. I'm not going to ask them because this is already a long-ass video. This is going to be the only LP I can think of. I guess you could count some of the Resident Evil 2 stuff since I did do Leon and Claire's campaigns. I guess not the only one, but another LP that's going to have a second victory sip. All right, well, that's finally the end of Parasite Eve. So I guess that ghost girl that we were seeing, I know that was Maya. They mentioned last video that she had an eye replaced with Maya's eye. I'm not quite sure why that was a thing, but I guess it was something that happened, or maybe it was just part of an eye. They mentioned the cornea, something along those lines, whatever. I'm guessing somehow her spirit got trapped in that, or I don't know. I don't understand the story of this game. It's bizarre, to say the least. It's also kind of bizarre that scene should have been really more intense than it was. There was no music backing it up, and normally you don't have voice acting going on there, and it felt like it should have been a lot more intense than it actually was. And it's kind of weird that Eve was trying to take over Aya, and at the same time stop to explain everything. That's something that's really bizarre about the dialogue in this game. And of course, she gets simple dialogue to read over, thanks to that friend of mine for doing this for this whole LP. It was very helpful. Only reason I did it, actually. It's bizarre the way they would have so much exposition at times that did not feel natural. But I'm glad I did this extra dungeon, this extra story stuff. Kind of explains why Aya doesn't have all the power she has in this game going into the second game, although she does have powers pretty much from the start, at least one. Some sort of a flame ability. I don't know if I'll do the second game. I haven't decided. It would mean voice acting it again, and I don't really feel like doing that. This LP was a pain in the ass. This video, not so much, but a lot of the other ones. I remember one that took me about 3 or 4 months to edit because of all the dialogue I had to add in there. Still, it's a very good game. If you haven't played it and you can find it, I would recommend. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in whatever I do. Probably continue Evil Within 2, although I really would rather do a hack and slash game. I feel like it's a bit premature in posting that Evil Within 2 video. But I hadn't posted anything in a while, so, you know. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all probably in Evil Within 2.